Hello, my name is Collection Connoisseur. I collect digital thingamabobs in video games, and today I'm playing Slay the Spire. Our challenge run for today is the Card Skipper Challenge. This is where we have to skip all card rewards from battles. That does not mean that we have to play with our starting deck the entire way through. That is a different challenge. This one means that we can only not accept card rewards from battles. We can still get cards from other places, such as shops, primarily, events, and relics. But for the most part, we are going to have very little say over what our deck is. I've previously run this challenge with both the Silent and the Watcher, so today I'm going to be running it with the Defect and the Ironclad, and trying to set some personal bests. Last time I did this on Ascension 0. I'm going to try to ratchet up the Ascension level pretty far this time, but I may drop down if we don't do well. So Ascension level 5 is what I'm going for, and that might kill me. I don't know exactly how hard this challenge really is at that level, so we're going to try it. And let's go with the Defect. And I have to remind myself of the rules. I have to skip all card rewards from battles. Very important. Let's look at our map. Ooh, that is a scary map. There is no way for us to avoid an elite. And since we don't get card rewards from battles, the most reliable way to get a card is through this shop, which means we won't hit a fire for an upgrade, and we'd either have to fight another elite or go through several battles before we can hit another fire and a shop. So this act layout is not great for us, but still, we're probably going to hit that shop. What can we do? So 3 random potions would definitely help us. Taking the 21 damage and choosing a rare card, it's one of the few ways that we could get a card into our deck. The rare cards on Defect, there are some really nice ones to get early, but there are also some flops. There are also some cards that could do nothing until we get other cards, and we're not likely to get those soon. I think my most reliable thing here is to choose the obtain 3 random potions. As much as I love removing cards from my deck, I think we need those potions to get through some of those fights. The early fights before we're able to actually build a deck. So 3 random potions. Hey, those are some pretty good random potions. Power Potion, Blessing of the Forge, and a Distilled Chaos. Very nice. Now, would I rather have more enemies or more events? I think the answer, because we have to skip card rewards, is more events. The only thing that going to a normal enemy gives us is gold, which does help, but we're likely to get that gold or something better from an event. So let's go to events. The Lice. So, fun little bit. I don't know how many of you have been tracking my, or not tracking, but looking at my tracking sheet, but I'm keeping track of all of the enemies that I defeat, how many times I defeat each enemy, and there's only 2 enemies so far that I've defeated 100 times while doing these challenge runs. Ooh, because I'm weak, I can't defeat this one with all 3 strikes, so the best thing to do is Zap, Defend, Strike. So we're taking a little bit of damage. But this enemy is one of the 2 that we have defeated 100 of during these challenge runs. I have to skip those. Actually, should not look at them. Don't look at the card rewards. You'll be tempted. There we go. There is more gold. Much better than visiting a normal enemy. Granted, we took 11 damage, but we might have taken 11 damage by going to an enemy as well. Oh, and obtain the Golden Idol. This is pretty nice. So We obtain the golden idol. The golden idol gives us more gold throughout the entire run. Very nice to see on floor 3 here. So let's obtain the golden idol. I do not think that I could withstand taking 18 damage here. We might not be able to get through the rest of the battles in this act. I could take the injury and then plan to remove it, but I think that I really need my money for cards in this one, so I'm going to hide. Hide, lose some of our max HP because we get flattened a little bit. Alright, let's see what cards we can pick up. I do like some of these. The Ball Lightning, I think, is a good starter attack card on the Defect to pick up. The Loop is also quite nice, in my opinion. And how are we going to gain block if not taking something like a Leap card? So I think that, well, Good Instincts is really nice. Good Instincts is also only 88 right here. I think I might take these 3. So let's start with Ball Lightning and Rebound. Those are 2 good attacks to add to our deck. And then I'm considering the Good Instincts or the Leap. Good Instincts is nice because it costs 0. We may find ways to draw cards. It's hard to predict what we're going to get. And unfortunately, one of the relics that draws cards is right here, so we're not going to see that again. I think I will take the Good Instincts. Alright, we spent our heart out at the store. Now we get to move on. And we'll figure out what we're doing after we defeat that enemy. Alright, remove a card from the deck. Excellent. We just added 2 good attacks. I would like to take out a Strike. Goodbye, Strike. And our first elite is Gremlin Knob. Pretty difficult one for the Defect to face first. I did take potions basically for this purpose, though, to handle one of these early bosses, early elites. The question is whether I want to use the Blessing of the Forge, the Power Potion, or both. Thinking it might be both. So let's drink the Power Potion. Power Potion gives us Echo Form. Echo Form is a very nice one to get. Doubling our strikes and doubling the Ball Lightning. Doubling the Ball Lightning is quite nice. And then first turn, we're going to try to do as much damage as we can. Now, here's where we have to decide. Are we playing the Blessing of the Forge? I think we might need to. Just to get enough damage so that we don't have to take 2 hits this time. Although this is Ascension 5, so this hit is only 16, and I think the next hit will only be 8. So maybe I can avoid this Blessing of the Forge. Let's see here. I'm planning to hit with the Rebound twice and the Ball Lightning once this turn. The Ball Lightning twice next turn, because the Rebound will put it on top. So, what is that? That's 18 this turn. That's 25 this turn plus the 2, which is 31. And then we're going to play this twice next turn. I think we'll be fine. Yeah, we might not even take next turn's attack. So, let's do this. Save our potions for future battles. Ball Lightning twice. And we win. Very nice Power Potion. The Ice Cream. I do like Ice Cream. Ice Cream also makes me glad that I took the Good Instincts from the store, because Ice Cream conserves energy. So having 0 cost cards that you plan to play in your deck means that you can play other cards that cost more in future turns. and more of those cards. So the ice cream is a wonderful relic. We also got a replacement potion, and we have to skip those cards. Going to elites is probably better than going to normal enemies, especially when I've got a nice set of potions right here. So I think I'm going to go through this elite path. Let's take out the small spike slime first. And then, unfortunately, in this battle, we might not be able to block very well. Although, the acid slime didn't attack us, so no problems, right? And I'd rather put a strike on top for next turn, or a zap. A zap. Zap will do more than strike next turn. In fact, we don't need it. We just click the end turn button and win. Alright, next elite. It is the Lagavulin. What potion am I likely to use in this battle? Probably the upgrade potion, the Blessing of the Forge. And we can conserve a ton of energy, because Lagavulin doesn't wake up for a few turns. So if we just click the end turn button a couple times, we will gain a lot of energy for future turns. I think I am going to use the Blessing of the Forge this time, and we might end up using the Flex Potion too, just depending on how these next two turns pan out. So, this turn looks like a good turn for the Blessing of the Forge. The question is, do I now play the cards? Or do I get greedy and wait a little bit longer? I think I'm going to be greedy, but we are going to play the Zap, because the Zap puts another lightning orb out there. Alright, so this turn, the Lagavulin will wake up no matter what we do, so there's no reason not to attack it. But I kind of wish that I had woken it up last turn, considering what my deck is right now. Just kind of got unlucky there. So 20 damage coming. Incoming 20 damage. Next turn, there will be an incoming 20 damage again, which probably means I want the good instincts both this turn and next turn. So we'll play Rebound to put the good instincts back on top of the deck. So we get to play it next turn too. And then the Defend, and a Ball Lightning, and a Strike. We can play all of our cards, basically every turn, due to the Ice Cream. Okay, good instincts, defend, defend. That blocks everything. And now we're just attacking. So we took some damage on the first turn that the Lagavulin attacked, and I think that's all the damage we're going to take. Yeah, very likely all the damage. Let's rebound this Ball Lightning. Not that I need to. We already have one. Great. Oh, and we got a Singing Bowl. This is excellent. Exactly what you want when you have to skip all card rewards. This is the perfect relic for this run. Because now we can skip the card rewards and get 2 max health every single time. That is a premium relic for this type of challenge. Wonderful. I feel pretty good about this run already. We get an Ornamental Fan. Not great with the deck that we have so far, but not going to say no. And I do think that we want to go to this shop so that we can get another set of cards, perhaps. I'm tempted to go to this elite, but I do think that we need to go to a shop. Unfortunately. I might decide differently when we get there, though. I reserve the right. Let's see here. Let's just block. I think we can win this one without taking damage. Especially if we rebound a Ball Lightning. Seems pretty nice. Win. We got another Blessing of the Forge. We skip these card rewards. And I get one more before I have to decide which way to go. This is a fair amount of damage. Don't like how much damage this is. Can I defeat this slime? Can I defeat that slime? Obviously I could defeat it if the dual cast lands well, but what if the dual cast does not land well? The ball lightning, the rebound, and the strike. That does 15 plus 7, which is 22. So I think this is a good time for Blessing of the Forge again. Blessing of the Forge makes it so that, for one, we can play dual cast for free. A little bit unlucky there, but is it unlucky? Can I defeat that one? 12, 9, that's 21, 31, not guaranteed. So we will still defeat the acid slime. This saves us 12 damage and gives us 4 block, so it's essentially 16 damage saved by playing that Blessing of the Forge. That's a pretty decent potion. We do not win this turn, so let's block. We should win this turn, though. And we skip the card rewards. Now, Elite with a relic or Fireplace Shop. Yeah, I want the Fireplace the shop. The Fireplace, we can smith one of the cards that we have, which is either going to be Rebound, Ball Lightning, or Zap, I think. I do like the upgrade to Rebound. Rebound adds 3 damage. So does Ball Lightning, for that matter. So both of those upgrades are very similar. The upgrade to Zap gives us more energy, basically, especially with Ice Cream in our deck. Not in our deck, I guess, as our relic. I think right now we need the damage, and the damage is most likely going to come from Ball Lightning, because I will rebound that to put it on top many times. And then, what can we do here? Rip and Tear, not my favorite. The Dark Shackles is quite interesting as a potential card to add to the deck. We could add another Ball Lightning. Have lots of lightning orbs. We cannot afford... Can we afford Dark Shackles Ball Lightning? No, we can't. We're 1 gold short from doing that. Capacitor doesn't help us yet, and is somewhat unlikely to help us, because if we can't generate enough orbs to fill all the slots, having those slots doesn't help. Charge Battery is interesting, especially with Ice Cream, because that extra energy, if you can't use it, you get to save it. Alright, I'm thinking that we get another Ball Lightning and a Charge Battery. There we go. And I still don't want a Rip and Tear. Gotta be picky, even when I get very little. Defend, defend, Ball Lightning. Does a fair amount here. So Charge Battery and Good Instincts, both effectively free in terms of energy. That means that we have 4 energy this turn, and we do not need it. We actually don't need to play cards. Don't play cards. And we get a weak potion, and we skip card rewards. So I could sleep, but with this set of potions, I don't really feel the need to sleep. Let's smith as much as we can. Good smith options are Charge Battery, Good Instincts. Good Instincts is a pretty nice smith. A lot of zero-cost cards, their smithing option is worse than one-cost cards, but this one is the same. It gives you 3 extra block, just like the one-cost cards give you 3 extra block. So do I need more damage right now, or more block? I think I need more damage. And therefore probably rebound. Or I could use the same logic and do ball lightning again. Yeah, let's do 2 upgraded ball lightnings. Don't like rebounding a strike, so I will not rebound a strike. Is it better to play Charge Battery than a strike? I mean, playing Charge Battery is similar to playing nothing because we get to keep the energy regardless. This might be a fair turn to use a Flex Potion. But is a future turn a good turn? I only have 3 more attacks in the deck. So if I'm going to play it, this might be the best turn. If that's the case, do I actually want to put a strike back on top of my deck? Maybe I do. Alright, we're playing the Flex Potion. We're putting a strike back on top so that we have more attacks in our draw pile. This turn, we will very carefully not get it below 70 health. So, Ball Lightning is being played regardless. We're only dealing 6 here, so if we deal 12 with the strike, that will be not 70. Great. Save that energy for a future turn. And now we do as much damage as we can, so that the slime boss splits on the lowest health that it can. And it looks like that's playing every card that does damage. Right. Not much thinking needed there. Alright, 38s as my slimes. We can defend the entire attack value here. See no reason not to do that. And then who would we want to strike? Maybe we don't play the strike so that we have more energy next turn. And next turn we might know where we want the damage to be. I think I'm going to do that. Oh, apparently the damage should go on that one. We've got 5 energy here. I think that means dual cast, rebound, ball lightning, and then the defense. So we're going to rebound ball lightning. If I hit this one, we're going to take damage. If I hit this one, we might not take damage this turn. But we will definitely, not definitely, we have a higher chance of taking damage the next turn. I'm going to do this one. And hello Debbie, welcome to the stream. Thanks for the luck. Alright, do a bunch of damage this turn. Win. Can't take these cards, but we can skip them. Okay, unfortunately we did not get Busted Crown. Busted Crown would be the next thing that we would really want to find as a relic, because with this challenge, so what Busted Crown says is you get 1 energy, card rewards have 1 less, or have 2 less cards in them. If we don't care about card rewards, we don't care how many cards there are in them. We did not get that. Instead, we got Sacred Bark, doubling the effectiveness of potions. That is pretty good. We got the Slaver's Collar. Boss and Elite Combats, we get extra energy. Or Runic Dome, we get extra energy, but we can no longer see what the enemy is doing. I think for this run, where we expect to take as few normal enemies as possible, Slaver's Collar has very little downside. The downside to Slaver's Collar, in comparison to the Runic Dome, is that it doesn't affect normal enemies. But what if we just skip all the normal enemies? Let's try. There's another shop here. It looks like, unless we go this way, we get 2 relatively early elites. And I like all of those fires. All of those fires mean upgrades to me. And then the late shop is nice. So let's aim at the late shop. And that means that, well, I don't want to fight a burning elite this early. So let's go through this shop. Or we could ignore this shop and go to this one. I think let's go to this one. Alright, here's the looter and the mugger to try to steal my money. I don't think they're going to steal my money. They are going to do me damage, though. I don't like that. Do we start with dual cast and see where it lands? Or do we play Distilled Chaos and see what happens there? Kind of like that option. Distilled Chaos. Oh no. It put a strike back on top. It played Rebound, and then it played a strike and put the strike back on top. I did not like that interaction. I don't want to draw that strike. So maybe we play the dual cast now and see where it lands. Oh, very nice. Can't quite defeat that enemy. But we can block for 5 more, and I like that. So we're taking 7. And there's the strike that was on top. If we play Ball Lightning here, there's a very good chance that this guy dies. This Lightning Orb has a 50% chance, and then this one has a 50% chance. So we've got a 75% chance to defeat that one, if we don't play the strike on it. And I don't want to. I want to block and take my 75% chance. Ho-ho, I lost it. I lost 10 health from that chance. But we do have more energy this turn. And it might be prudent to take him out this turn. We don't need... What do we need on top? Not a Good Instincts, not a Charge Battery. Do we want a strike on top? I think we might actually want a strike on top. It's weird to want strikes on top of your deck. But I've found 2 cases so far that I've wanted it. Take that money back and skip the card rewards. Ignore what those were. It's not important, even though you might desire those cards. I can play 4 cards, including the Good Instincts. I don't think I want the Good Instincts on top, so let's just play it. And then if we play these 3 attacks, we'll get 4 block. Or we could play 1 defend for 1 more block. I think I'd rather play more attacks. So, rebound the Ball Lightning. And we still get 4 damage. This is not a terrible fight to use the weak potion, but I'm not too worried about it. What do we do here? I could double Ball Lightning, or I could Charge Battery defend. I think I do want to defend as much as we can. So let's defend as much as we can, and put another Lightning Orb out there, deal a tiny amount of damage. Tiny being 7. Okay. I guess dual cast to start. And then strike, double defend. Not great hands. I guess that's what happens when you don't take card rewards. You get pretty bad hands. we've got all of our starting deck basically still in there. I would like to remove some cards from this deck. I probably want to remove cards more than I want to add a bunch more cards. Can I win with Ball Lightning Strike? No. I'm basically guaranteed to win next turn. Let's block. So I said basically guaranteed to win. Was that true? Yes. Yes, it was. Maybe I should have done the math, though. We got a colorless potion, and we skipped the card rewards. Alright, what do we have in this shop? We do have a source of frost orbs, which might be quite nice in the deck that we've built. Also a defrag. I think that I do like Cold Snap and Defragment. None of the relics that are here really suit my fancy. This one, we get extra energy if we don't play attacks, which happens sometimes, but we often play attacks. This one is just 7 more max HP, and this one affects cards that exhaust, which we have 0 and we're not likely to get more. So maybe it is Defragment Cold Snap. Cold Snap can be my block card. Skim is nice too, though. Let's take Defragment Cold Snap, and let's remove another strike. Spent our money. Let's move on. Ooh, we can transform 2 cards. So we could get a card that gives us strength, but we lose HP. We can transform 2 cards, or we can get a special relic that gives us 3 strength at the beginning, but only at the beginning. The 3 strength at the beginning is nice, but it only affects the beginning. I think I'd rather remove 2 more strikes from the deck and see what they become. A loop and a heat sink. Not terrible. Loop doubles an orb, basically, and heat sink can potentially draw cards, but is actually not very likely to draw many, because we don't have many powers in the deck. We've got 3, though. Can't really benefit from another shop, so let's hit the question mark. Ho-ho! This could be amazing. This could be terrible. We would have to spend health to get this book, though. So there's 3 possible books. One of them gives you a power at your first turn that's free. That one is not bad, especially with heat sinks. And the Defect generally likes powers. There is one that is Nilri's Codex that would be amazing, allowing us to add cards to our deck during the battle. And the last one would actually be bad for us. It relies on us having a 2-cost attack card, which we just don't have. And gives us a curse, which would be bad. I think I'm going to risk it. Let's see what we get. Obtain the book. Yes, a 0-cost power on the first turn. That's basically the one that I wanted the most. Although Nilri's Codex was a good one too. We have more energy in this elite fight, but this elite fight could be dangerous. I probably want to use one or both of these potions here. Let's see what the colorless potion has in it. Those are fine. The sadistic nature does nothing in our deck. Dark Shackles basically saves us 9 health this turn, so it's basically 9 health. Blind saves us a little bit of health this turn and next. Probably not 9, but we get to play it again, potentially. I think I'll take the Dark Shackles. And then what? Creative AI. The dual cast is not great here. It's not as good as it could be. I think I'd rather just bank the energy with Ice Cream. So play the Zap, play the Loop, play the Good Instincts and the Defend, and then just Dark Shackles. So the next thing to consider is, do I want to play this Weak Potion? I think I do. Let's put the Weak Potion on the front one. So that reduced 4 this turn. This one reduced 9 this turn. Still taking damage though. And we're pretty low. We could die. The Cold Snap helps. The buffer could be good, but it's only good if I block the rest of it. I think I want to play the Cold Snap and the Ball Lightning. So the buffer costs 2, but doesn't do that much for us, I guess. Unless I play Buffer, Defend, Charge Battery, take no damage this turn, but this one would give us a lot of damage next turn, basically. Yeah, not a great turn either. Let's hit this one a couple times. And then we're going to play everything except for the buffer. And really, we're kind of hoping here. We're not doing well. The electrodynamics helps a lot. So we could play Defragment, electrodynamics. We might still take a fair amount of damage, but I think both of those things are happening first no matter what. This, electrodynamics, lightning now hits all enemies. Very important. So we're going to do 12 damage at the end of this. Plus we're going to do another 8 because this, or another 9 actually, because this is going to generate another lightning. So that means that these two are effectively dead. Let's target the center. And then we can defend. Alright, creative AI bailing us out there. I was quite worried about our ability to survive, and now we're perfectly fine. We get Vajra, which gives us a point of strength. All of our attacks deal more damage. And we have to skip this. Now, if we go here, we have to fight another elite. We could very easily die. If we go here, we have to fight a normal enemy. Could also very easily die. But I think we've got to go the normal enemy and a fire, rather than a fire and then an elite. We get more energy in an elite battle, though. It's just that the elite battles that we are going to fight are... The elite battle that this would be is either... It's either Book of Stabbing, which I think would murder us, or it would be the Gremlin Leader, which we might be okay at. I don't think I can take that chance. Gotta go this way. And this start is not bad. Machine learning. There's a storm outside my window. I'm sure you can hear that. Sorry about that. But there is a storm right here. Now, what would I like in front? Because I'm going to play Loop. I guess if I'm playing Loop, I don't get to choose what goes out in front. It's going to be that lightning orb. But do I want a Cold Snap, so a Frost Orb here, so it might be in the front later? Or do I want a Lightning Orb there? I think I want a Frost Orb in the front. And this turn we just block, it looks like. Block, block, and block. At least we have more energy next turn. Okay. I definitely want to play Defragment, and we're definitely playing Good Instincts. No reason not to play the Good Instincts first. Do I want to play Heat Sinks? It basically just draws me one card. I don't think that's as good as playing a Defend. So let's not play Heat Sinks. I think Heat Sinks is what we would prefer to get rid of in our deck eventually. Maybe the next card that we get rid of is Heat Sinks. Ooh, not getting attacked this turn. That's quite nice. Let's dual cast the front one. And then I'm going to keep putting a Frost Orb closer to the front if I can. Can we defeat you? Looks like no. If we can't defeat you, what else could we do? We could put a Cold Snap on top with Rebound. Or we could defend a bunch. So defend a bunch would be Charge Battery, defend, Good Instincts. That's doesn't really move the fight along. But maybe that's the best we can do, to just not take damage when we only have 17 life. Yeah, let's not take damage when we only have 17 life. And then if we put the Frost Orb in front, then we get more block next turn. I think I like that. Unfortunate that the lightning attacked the Mystic, though. So we got more block this turn. Dual cast gets us a good amount more. I guess we're going to get more block next turn by putting another Frost Orb in front. Hey, Lightning Orb, stop hitting the Mystic. We're not going for the Mystic yet. Here we go. Now we can play Rebound, Ball Lightning. Rebound, Ball Lightning, and then deal a bunch of damage. Bunches of damage. Alright, we came out of that without taking any damage, and we do gain 2 max health. So, not going to that elite, let's rest. That makes me feel a lot better about the future. And what do we get? We get a data disc. That's wonderful. Start each combat with 1 focus. And of course the gold. The gold is nice. We're heading toward a shop. A 0-cost buffer the first turn. Prevent the next time we would lose health. I like it. Is Heat Sinks even worth playing? This is a perfect turn where there's kind of no reason for me not to play the Heat Sinks except to bank the energy. If I think that Heat Sinks is not even worth the 2 cards that it would draw me for 1 energy. I think it's worth at least that. It's just not worth much more than that, which is upsetting. I think we want to get rid of it out of the deck. And I am going to put a Good Instincts on top of my deck, I believe. Yeah, let's put a Good Instincts on top. We do want to block this next couple of hits, because that means the buffer will do as much as possible for us. Well, this is unfortunate in terms of my hand. I want to play all the cards, I have to choose which one not to play. I guess the Good Instincts is going to be played no matter what. The Charge Battery is better than a Defend, so it will be played. And then playing that Defend actually does nothing, because we can't block both of them. We always block the first one, and the buffer will take this hit. So unfortunately, the Defend is useless. Oh right, I forgot about the 1 draw that we get. Whoops. Don't forget about that. It's kind of important. Alright, so this is the turn that really hurts. Wow, that was a heavy thunder out there. So this turn can hurt. In particular, that 11 by 11 seems like it's coming for me. Because there's no way for me to put a Frost Orb in front, and this only gains 3 block. I think we do not play dual cast. We play the rest. Frost Orb. Glad that you defeated that one. Ball Lightning. And then we play Defend and Loop. Ho ho, we got the good instincts. Wonderful. Alright, you, Heatsink, have given me at least 4 block by playing you on the first turn. That's something. I think that I need both damage and block. Let's get that by putting a Cold Snap first, and then a Zap. Now we are blocking everything, so no reason to play the Defends, let's just bank the energy. And then win. Great. Oh, a regen potion. I do like that in our current circumstance. And we skip the card rewards. Because of the regen potion, I think I'm going to smith here instead of rest. The ones that I want to do the most are defragment and loop. I think the defragment is what I want to do first. Both of these upgrades, actually all of the upgrades to our powers, essentially double what that power does. This one gives 2 focus instead of 1. This one does the next orb 2 times, and this one does 2 draws instead of 1. All 3 of these have excellent upgrades. But the defragment, I think, might help us the most right now. Ho-ho, we got another chest. What's in it? A stone calendar. Wonderful. At the end of turn 7, deal 52 damage. And then let's smith again. Still looking at the powers. I think loop is the next one to smith. And then what does the shop have? We could remove a card. Removing the heat sinks might be the best thing that we can do with the heat sinks. Other options, cool-headed is quite nice. Something that you would want to upgrade, because the upgrade gives you 2 cards instead of 1. Don't really care about most of the other cards that we can afford. So maybe the best thing we can do for our deck is remove heat sinks. Removing a defend looks pretty good too. Let's remove heat sinks. And we're going to fight the champion. Do I need to rest in order to fight the champion? Maybe. What would I upgrade that would allow me to defeat the champion more effectively? Basically nothing. Let's rest. And I might use this regen potion. Oh, the capacitor is our free one. The capacitor is excellent against the champ. Because the champ you basically want to get as strong as possible before the next part of the battle. Once you get him to 50% health, he goes crazy, hits you really hard. So having more orb slots is basically the best way that this deck can scale up to defeat champ. And we're going to do it the best we can with that. We need lots of frost orbs in there too. However, we don't have lots of frost orbs to put in there. All 3 defends would mean I only take 2 damage. That seems like it might be important. And then the next question is, do we rebound Ball Lightning or do we just play Ball Lightning? I think we just play Ball Lightning. Bank an energy for next turn. Banking energy is also something we can do to scale up against champ before the next part of the battle. So we want to play Cold Snap as much as possible. Which is unfortunate that it was in the last part of our deck, because that means we don't get to see it the second time through. But we do want to play it as much as possible. Bank some more energy. The rebound. Rebound seems pointless. The dual cast doesn't do much for us either. I guess we'll just play rebound. We're banking a little bit more energy than I really need, though. I guess we play dual cast because we're going to refill that orb slot next turn anyway. Yeah. Alright. We could play a bunch of ball lightnings. I do want to get that frost orb to the front. No reason not to play dual cast unless I just don't want to deal the damage, and I do think I want to deal the damage. Push that frost orb towards the front, because we will need it very soon. So this turn we want to do as much damage as possible and set us up for taking a big hit next turn. There's not much that we can do here, although the stone calendar will help next turn. So the rebound and the cold snap allow me to have 2 frost orbs, which is our best blocking agent. So, Champ has gone crazy. He's dealing 22 times 2. That is a lot of damage. I put the cold snap on top so that we could play it again and get more block. And we basically get to play all of these cards, but only play them if they're worthwhile to play. So we cannot block everything that he does. Yeah, so we block all but one. $26 this turn, that's not too bad. I think that we can do lots of damage. So let's dual cast. I'm going to rebound that ball lightning just in case. And charge battery good instincts to block as much of this as we can, which is not everything, but it's most of it. And then win. Great. We survive the champ battle, we even get to bring the regen potion with us. Can't take those cards, but we can skip them. Wonderful. Okay, what do we want here? The Philosopher's Stone means that we gain more energy, but all of the enemies have more strength. That's pretty dangerous. Coffee Dripper means we gain more energy, but we can no longer rest at rest sites, which is a somewhat steep penalty. And the Snecko Eye makes all of these 1-cost cards probably cost more than 1. On average, 1.5. It does draw 2 cards every turn, though. I think this is a pretty sad set of relics, but it's hard not to take energy. So I'm going to take energy, and I think I will take it in the form of the Coffee Dripper, rather than the Philosopher's Stone. So we can no longer rest at rest sites. We can still upgrade. We cannot rest. What I really want this act is to buy a card that can draw cards. Huh. If we go to the Burning Elite, which is the only way to get to Act 4, we will have to fight 3 elite battles, and we cannot rest. I think that means we should not try to go to Act 4. Because if we go that way and we die, we don't win the challenge. Whereas, if we don't go that way, we're more likely to survive. It's really a decision point of whether I care about going to Act 4 or not. We do get more energy in those fights. There is a shop beforehand. I really do like going to Act 4. Alright, we're gonna try it. This may be the thing that ends the run, though, is going this path. A Hello World, not bad. Hello World is the least favorite, I think, of the Defect powers, but it does draw you a card every turn. And for battles that are short, that is quite nice. For battles that are long, that can be bad. This battle might go long, but It's going to go long because of these two, and the stone calendar can take care of them. We just need to take out this exploder before it explodes. Ooh, a hologram. So the downside here is how are we blocking? The upside is that we can do a lot of damage. I guess we can block by doing a ball lightning and another ball lightning out of the discard pile. Or we could play Cold Snap. Cold Snap is not likely to defeat this one, though. What about Dual Cast? No, I think I should play this safe. The safe play is to hologram Ball Lightning, definitely defeat the Exploder, and then play 2 defends. Actually, 1 defend and 1 Cold Snap still blocks for everything. Maybe I didn't need to play the defend, actually, because of the ornamental fan, but I didn't think that far. Defragment Loop. Rebound the Ball Lightning. Rebounding the Ball Lightning is not great because we don't want to attack this directly, probably. So let's not rebound it. And we win this turn immediately. There we go. Can't take these cards, but we can skip them. Ho-ho. We can get 999 gold for the simple price of 2 normality curses, some of the worst curses in the game. However, there is a shop there where we could remove 1 and spend all of that 999 gold, potentially. Still painful, but I am considering it. Or we could get a random rare relic by fighting a boss from Act 1. Upgrading all cards you can no longer heal. I mean, when we can't rest at rest sites anyway, I guess that's not terrible. But we can no longer heal from defeating the boss, which is significant. Upgrading all these cards would be quite nice. It would mean that we don't really have much at all to do at rest sites. Although we're not going to any rest sites, so yeah, I'm down. Let's upgrade all the cards. We can no longer heal, but we upgrade all of those cards. That makes this regen potion real bad, though, unfortunately. That regen potion does nothing now. Fight for a rare relic. But if we take this fight, we're very likely to take damage, and we cannot heal it. I'm not sold. Let's leave. One of them I have no problem with. It was the 2 of them that I had a problem with. Maybe we will discover that we should have taken the 2 battle here. I don't know, we couldn't have blocked everything the first turn, so... Yeah, I'm pretty glad that we didn't take that 2 battle, considering we're taking damage right here. And that's permanent damage, we can no longer heal that. Ooh, you know what? I just realized something. The Singing Bowl. The Singing Bowl is much worse now. We do get an energy potion, that's good. But yeah, see this? When I click this +2 max HP, my max HP will go up. But whereas before my current HP also went up, it no longer does. Didn't think about that when I took this Mark of the Bloom, though. Okay, we've got to spend our gold well here. A Core Surge is not bad. The Overclock is kind of what I want. Only kind of, though. Maybe what we want is just Amplify. It's not the best card because it becomes a curse very quickly. But it does make it so that we play powers twice. If we get it in the same hand as powers. It's not very likely. I think maybe the Sling of Courage is better. Let's get the Sling of Courage. 2 strength in elite combats only. We're about to go into an elite battle, and it's going to be a scary one. So this elite ended up with more health than it normally has. And we can't block all of the first turn. We want to probably play Charge Battery next turn, so let's start with a Rebound Charge Battery. Electrodynamics, dual cast before we play the Zap. And then block as much as we can. We're taking 3 health already. 3 damage right there. We get both our Defragment and our Loop in play, though. That feels good. Wish that we had these when the enemy was attacking. Next turn we don't get as much block as I would like. However, do we get enough block? We can play all of these cards. So if we do a Cold Snap... Yeah, if we start with a Cold Snap. Ball Lightning, Ball Lightning. We got block from playing those. That's more block, that's enough block, and next turn we're going to play this Frost Orb twice at the beginning of the turn. Great. We could play the dual cast, but the dual cast doesn't do anything that the Charge Battery doesn't also do. And the Charge Battery is effectively free. And then I want a Lightning Orb to be in front. I can do that by playing Zap. And there's no reason to play Ball Lightning because he's intangible this turn. Bank that energy. Don't know what we're going to do with 16 energy. Still need a card that draws cards. So this is the scary one. And this is the worst. The worst that this enemy can do is 45 in a single turn, which is a lot. And we draw almost entirely burns next turn. Okay, I think we want to rebound Cold Snap. No, we probably want to rebound a Defend, actually. Let's see here. If we rebound Cold Snap... No, we want to rebound a Defend. So, rebound Defend. Block as much as we can. We're taking a bunch of damage this turn, which is real bad, because we don't get any of that back. Ever. And this turn we can defend. Alright. Very glad the Nemesis did not attack me this turn. Also, I didn't need to play that defend because of the Frost Orb in the back there. We survived. We didn't survive in a wonderful way. Oh, the Toy Ornithopter does nothing because we can't heal. Oh, very sad. We got the Emerald Key, and we can get lots of max health, even though that doesn't do much for us. The Maw, also a battle that could go very poorly, depending on how we draw. I don't feel lucky here. I'm not going to play that dual cast. I could rebound the Ball Lightning. Seems like a good idea. Rebound Ball Lightning. And then just good instincts for block. Now we really need to put the damage on. Loop will help with that, Ball Lightning helps with that, Cold Snap helps some with that. I think next turn we're going to get hit hard. Let's find out how hard. Only 16. Okay, that's not so bad. I mean, we are frail, which means we gain less block from our cards, but we gain full block from our orbs. And we do have 2 frost orbs right now. So that's 10 block, that's 16 block. Would I rather have the lightning orb get played 4 times next turn, or the frost orb get played 4 times? Probably the lightning orb, so I'm not going to play Ball Lightning. Now we will play Ball Lightning. Rebound Ball Lightning, in fact. Rebound the Ball Lightning. And now if we can just survive, the Stone Calendar will win. It'd be nice to not just survive, to also just win. But we don't have to. A couple of Ball Lightnings, though. And a Zap. Looks like we're winning. Okay, let's get more max HP for no reason. We started with a Bias Cognition. That seems pretty nice. The downside here is going to get hit by these daggers. I mean, we're not going to take damage this turn, but next turn, how are we going to avoid the daggers? We're not doing well at killing them, but I think we still play the Bias Cog turn 1. Biased Cognition and a Loop. Defend, plus the Cold Snap blocks the daggers. Where do I want the Frost Orb to be? Here or here? I think we want the Zap in front, actually. So, if I hit you, then if one of those hits you, you die. We did not get lucky. Oh well. Now, we need lots of block this turn. We do not have lots of block this turn. We've got a defrag. There's no reason not to play it. No reason not to play the dual cast. And then, in order to reduce the damage, we basically have to deal damage to the daggers. Yeah. Can't risk taking that much damage. Which means we're taking another 16 right now. That hurts. Ooh, and not a good turn either. We need damage in our deck, so I think we rebound nothing. But we do play the rebound. Very glad that you're summoning more daggers. And we do need more damage, so let's play the Zap. Put the Frost Orbs in front. Alright, here's another very dangerous turn. I can actually play the Cold Snap and get the Frost Orb to the front. So let's start there. We want to get the Frost Orb to the front. And then we dual cast that Frost Orb. That's as much block as we could possibly have gotten. Still taking more damage. And this turn, we are still taking more damage, because we cannot block that hit. What we really need in this deck, by the way, is something that draws cards, and we need it badly. The Lantern is not that. The Lantern just gives us even more excess energy. and we can't take these cards. The strike dummy. Okay, well the strike dummy does help. I went this way thinking that I would go to Act 4, and I guess we're still going to go with that, even though it's looking less and less likely. Ho-ho, we got another chest. A meal ticket does nothing because we cannot heal, but the 50 gold might do something, as long as we can survive this elite. Survive this elite, go to this shop. Do I need to play the dexterity potion in this fight? Maybe. Maybe so. Let's play the heat sinks in the loop first, though. So the cold snap... The cold snap would give us an orb that gives us 3 block right now. Right? Because we've got 1 focus. So that's 8, 8, and 3. Not enough. Let's play the dexterity potion. Now we have enough to block. And we want this orb to be in the front for next turn, because next turn this enemy is intangible. We ended up with extra block, because I didn't think about the ornamental fan. So maybe that was the wrong play. Yeah, maybe that was the wrong play. Defrag is definitely nice. We want a lightning orb to be in the front for next turn. And I think I want to rebound this charge battery. Just in case. I did not need to rebound the charge battery, but I'm not upset. Seven times 3 again. This one, it doesn't look like we can block it all. We can block some of it. And I think that we want to play Cold Snap, but we really want a lightning orb to be near the front. So I'm going to play the Cold Snap after that one. And then next turn looks pretty bad, but it does tell me that I want this to be here and get the block from the ornamental fan. So we're taking 1, or 3 actually, because of the burn. Ho ho, and it looks like we die. Very sad, but we did die. Yep. So, taking the Mark of the Bloom really hurt, but really what hurt me was going down this path, even though I knew that my deck probably could not survive that path, I went down it. However, for Ascension 5, we got pretty far without ever taking a card reward. I feel pretty good about that. And let's play with the Ironclad, and this time let's be a little bit more careful. Yep. That run died at my greed, primarily. My greed was trying to go to Act 4. The Ironclad, we actually can't do on Ascension 5 because I haven't unlocked it with these challenge runs. So we're doing Ascension 4 on the Ironclad. Oh, and I guess this is a good time for me to advertise myself. Really just saying that if you like my Slay the Spire runs, you might like my Monster Train runs. Monster Train is a very similar game, but instead of challenge runs, I'm playing Monster Train as a blind playthrough. So they're coming out as videos rather than streams, but if you're interested in this, you might be interested in that. Choosing a card to obtain seems like a good start for this particular challenge for the Ironclad here. Losing 8 max HP to obtain a random rare relic is also kind of interesting. The 100 gold might be good, because the 100 gold kind of equals a card. Let's choose a card. And we did get some choices. They're not my favorite choices, but they are some choices. Normally I would take Twin Strike here. I might still take Twin Strike here. However, I'm strongly considering the Thunderclap, because if we don't get a whole lot of card rewards, the Thunderclap might be one of the few ways we have to deal with multi-enemy fights. So it might be prudent to take a Thunderclap, simply so that we have something to deal with multiple enemies. The Twin Strike, though, the Twin Strike is better against the early game, and we are going to fight an elite somewhat early. We can go this way. I probably would not go to this shop, but this does look like a reasonable way through the act. Could even skip the elite fight and get a fire, although I don't like that. I really like taking elite fights early game. We could go this way, go through 2 elites, but we do get a fire in between, although it would be 3 elites, 4 if we get the burning one. That's highly questionable. Highly questionable. But I think that we can do that on Ascension 4. I think, because elites are deadlier, but they don't have as much buffs as I'm used to playing against. So I think we're going to go that path. And if I'm going that path, I think the Twin Strike is the better option here, because it gets through elites better early. It also gets through these normal enemies early, too. These early normal enemies go down with Twin Strike a lot more effectively than they go down with other things. What's in our deck? A Twin Strike. So if we do strike, strike... I meant to play another strike there. Don't use your keyboard shortcuts unless you're good at them, right? But anyway. We came out of there with no damage, we get an attack potion, we won't even look at the cards. This looks like a defend plus strike. Twin Strike was no better. Let's defend. I think we can come out of here full health as well. Great. And we get a power potion. We are doing very well on the potions. An extra shop. Okay. An extra shop might mean that we go this way. So let's consider that. We could go either of those paths depending on what this shop has in it for us. So Dark Embrace is a great card. However, if you don't get the synergies, it doesn't do anything for you, really. On the other hand, Battle Trance is kind of good all the time. And Uppercut. Uppercut applies weak and vulnerable. I really like Uppercut as an early attack card. I probably will take this Uppercut. I think Battle Trance and Dark Embrace are typically the stronger cards. But this is a very good one early, allows us to go to more elites. And if I take this one, still have 47 gold. We might actually end up going to that shop too. Uppercut can take this one out. Let's do that. And then we can defend, defend, strike, and essentially win this battle. Another potion. We are very lucky on our potions today. Skip those cards. We have added a twin strike and an uppercut to the deck so far. So which path do I want to go down? I really do want to go down this path. We've got so many potions. The extra shop might not do anything for us, but the extra fire or the extra elite might do some good things. So let's go this way. What does the shop have for us? We could get a rupture, which would do nothing in our deck. We could get a clothesline, which is another source of weak. Don't really care for it when we already have a source of weak with a card that I like more. So let's skip it. Skip this shop. The shop basically was just not an enemy. Lagavulin. What do we have in our deck that benefits from waiting? I mean, what we really have is this power potion. Let's drink the power potion. That was not a great power potion. We could play Eruption. Feel No Pain does essentially nothing for us. Brutality. I mean, the draw one might help. But how much does it help when we're only at 3 energy? Draws our cards faster. I guess we'll take the brutality. That might encourage me to wake up this enemy on the first turn, though. Oh, I don't like that. Let's wake it up. Because we're drawing extra cards and taking damage every turn. Defend, defend, defend. Not a great start. Otherwise, strike, strike, strike. Defend, defend, defend. We need to defeat this enemy quickly, but... Okay, here we go. We play uppercut. And I think this is a good time for an attack potion, which we do need. The Rampage might be good right now for this fight. Otherwise, the drop kick is just extra damage, and we do apply vulnerable a fair number of times. Let's do the Rampage. The Rampage growing helps. And then since this elite is vulnerable, I'm going to deal damage while we can. And then this turn is all about dealing damage, as much as we can. Now things get very scary. Uppercut does help, and the upgraded Rampage helps. Not quite enough to defeat the enemy this turn, which means the question is, do we defeat it next turn anyway? In which case I shouldn't play the Rampage? No, no guarantee. We should play the Rampage. Alright. Got out of that one. We lost half of our health, but we got out of it. We got a Fear Potion. And a Frozen Egg. Every time we get a power, it's upgraded. I do feel the need to smith. We are going to smith the uppercut. That applies more weak and more vulnerable. That's exactly the upgrade that I want. So the uppercut doesn't do the weakness, but it does do the vulnerability. And drawing 0 block cards at the beginning is kind of strange, but it's actually not that bad for this fight. Of any of the fights where you're getting attacked at the beginning, this is probably the best one to draw no block cards. Because the way you get through the battle without taking much damage is to defeat enemies quickly, in my opinion. Basically getting these dazed out of the deck. Getting the dazed out of the deck is important. Alright, the vulnerable does nothing. We did not draw a block card. But still, the best line is Bash Twin Strike. And then we could possibly defeat this left one before it deals damage to us. We can. Great. So we shall. What's our deck? Our deck does not have a block card in it. We might take damage again. Yep, we're taking the full hit again. Wow. Not the best draw order. Deal as much damage as we can, so hopefully we don't take the full hit a third time. Alright, we don't. We get out. Ink Bottle draws us cards. That's not bad. Give me something. A Singing Bowl. Wow, we're lucky. How about that? Very happy to see that. So we can obtain the Golden Idol. Again, this is quite nice. We are going to lose some max health here. Not only do we have a way to gain it back, but also if we take damage, we just die. And the injury is real bad. So, we have to get through this elite with only 17 health. Huh. Not the elite I really wanted to see. I might need to use both these potions. Our next turn has strikes in it, and nothing else. Still, I think we wake up now because we've got the weakness for next turn. So wake it up, make it weak, and hit it hard. I am going to use this dexterity potion because we might really need it to survive. We have to survive next turn. If we survive next turn, we might be fine. Oh man. We don't survive this turn, do we? Well, no, that's not true. Because I drank that potion. Okay, so a defend would survive. An uppercut defend also survives and leaves the enemy vulnerable. We might want to use this potion anyway, though. Let's use this potion so that the uppercut attack does damage. Oh, wait a minute. Did I just make a mistake? This essentially blocks for 5. So 5 plus 7 is 12. Okay, we're good. 5 plus 7 is 12, that's more than 20. Granted, it's only 1 more than 20, which is not the best, but it is more than 20. We're at 1. We absolutely have to win next turn, or we die. The chance of that is not the highest it could be. We got our Twin Strike, though, and we do get to draw a card with Ink Bottle. Ho ho, we did it. Survived. Survived on 1. Pen Nib is quite nice. Every 10th attack deals double damage. And now we have to survive to that fire. On 7 health. We are not going to do this one. So we could try to find the loot, but there's a chance that a horned beast will appear and kill us very quickly. So we're going to leave. And rest. Oh, Jimmy is right. I forgot about the bowl. I could have 2 more health right now. That was a mistake. I will try not to forget that in the future. But yeah, I should have 2 more health. 2 more health and max health right now. If I had played properly, played the most optimally. We cannot win this turn. Let's keep our health up. Ooh, he's running away very quickly. But we kill him before he does. So, skip the cards, but gain max HP. That's important. How do I feel against the boss here? Not great. For this boss, you need a better way to block. And we don't really have a great way to block. So I might need to rest here. The other option is to smith a defend. Doesn't feel great. I think I might need to rest in order to actually get through this boss. It hurts, but that's what we're doing. The uppercut early is nice. So this attack is one of the ones that you want to avoid. We did avoid it. We avoided it by dealing enough damage to switch it over to this phase. Should have done that differently. I should have done a strike and then the bash. Hey, we drew block cards on the turns that we want the block cards to come. Do I play a twin strike anyway? It would take 3 damage, but it would deal 14, and possibly getting through this fight quickly is what we need to do. I think I will. So I'm taking 3 damage here to deal 14. Do I play uppercut? Uppercut deals 3 damage, but it also applies... It deals 3 damage to me, I mean, but it also applies weakness. Which is good for next turn, too. Also keeping the vulnerability on? Yeah. We're doing this as a damage race. Not usually what you want to do against this boss, but I think that's what we need to do with the deck that we have. Ooh, the uppercut here is very good, because it's doubled by the pen nib. That means that we can switch this boss over again right now. And just don't take that attack. How about that? This is another time where I could take 3 more damage to deal 14. If I did it the first time, I should do it the second time. This also might draw me a defend. There's a 50% chance that we draw a defend here. We did. Great. Take no damage. Alright. Well, if I played the uppercut before, why not this time? I guess the answer is... yeah, that's what we're doing. We can't just flip him over to the next phase immediately this time, but we can deal a fair amount with Twin Strike and play 2 defends. Do I want to play Bash to keep on the vulnerable? I think I do. Well, actually, we're going to play Uppercut very soon, so maybe not. 3 attacks also gets us closer to the ink bottle, which I like. Hey, drew me the uppercut. That's exactly what I wanted. However, let's do this the best we can this time. We're going to start with a strike, and then do the uppercut. Now our next attack is doubled with the pen nib, which could be an uppercut for a victory. Let's defend uppercut. Great. Alright. I Based on how I did that, I did have to heal because I was at 34. I was at 34 before healing. I'm at 37 now, but that's with the Burning Bowl. So I would have died with the strategy I just employed had I not rested. So glad I rested. And we are going to get the 2 max health from the Singing Bowl. Alright. The Coffee Dripper again is a possibility. I do like Runic Pyramid, but it's a lot worse if your deck looks like this. Because we'll just have a whole bunch of strikes and defends in the hand. So I think that we have to take the Coffee Dripper again. Can no longer rest at rest sites. We have 303 gold to our name, which is quite a lot. All of the shops are at the end of the act, though. What do we do here? I like this, going straight up this path. And then we get a rest site. We can choose to take the elite or not. And then we definitely take this elite because we'd rather have that shop than that one after 3 normal enemies. So let's go that way. You know, I feel like the Looter and the Mugger are the ones that welcome me to Act 2 the most. Let's take as little damage as we can this first turn. Uppercut Twin Strike doesn't quite win. What about Bash Uppercut? Bash Uppercut, I think the uppercut would do, let's see here, 50% more is either 19 or 20. I don't actually remember which way the game rounds. Either way, that's not enough. So we can't do Bash Uppercut to take this one out. I think that means that we hit it, which weakens it. We Twin Strike it, and then we defend. Which drew me a card. Not that that mattered. It looks like the Looter is getting away with our cash. I don't like that. We've got very little chance to take out the Looter. We can take out the Mugger right now, but the Looter is most likely getting away with our money. Yeah, especially when we draw a hand like that. We can't even get the pen nib double. Sad. If I had drawn either of those instead of these 2 defends, we would have had it. Oh well. I've been looted, and we will skip for the max health. Remove a card from the deck. Excellent. I think we need to remove a strike. Yeah, I think we need to remove a strike. I mean, there's an argument to be made for removing a defend, but I don't like that when we don't yet have a better block card. We can knock a bird out of the sky, which is probably a good way to start this battle. And then defend. We can knock another bird out of the sky. And it could be that one, the one that is upgrading itself. Let's do that. Ooh. Sad that we don't get to play the uppercut. We could play it, but then what do we play next? I'd rather not take the damage. So we're going to knock this one out of the sky and defend these attacks. And now we're taking almost no damage this turn. We can't quite defeat this one, which means don't worry about it. Just knock another one out of the sky. If they're knocked out of the sky, they will just do less damage. Let's put this one down. We cannot knock one out of the sky this turn, but we can defeat this one almost. And defend. Ah, that uppercut. Ink bottle, what are you doing to me? Alright, the first attack gets doubled. We really do have to kill that one, which means we can't knock that one out of the sky. So let's double this one. Defeat him, and then attack that one. Twin Strike plus Strike can knock this one out. Just keep the birds on the ground, basically. That's my entire strategy in this one, it seems. Keep the birds on the ground. If they're on the ground, they can't hurt you. Ooh, and we're putting the ink bottle and the pen nib both high up right now. I like that. Good way to start the next battle. Skip these cards. Snake plant. I don't like it. Let's hope our first card is something good. That's not good. That's just a strike. So now what do? I play a defend, obviously, but I think that if we play a strike and the pen nib is up, there's really no point to playing another strike, because we could do much more damage if we don't play this strike and we do play uppercut next turn. And the uppercut also applies weakness, which is very nice. So 26 damage, apply weakness. And then defend. It's not great. Do we do a twin strike just so that we end the battle more quickly? I think so. I think we need to end this battle more quickly, or else we will take a lot more damage. Twin Strike definitely. Should not have started with Twin Strike, granted, but it was definite. Next turn we should be able to defeat him, even with us weakened. Yeah, the uppercut defeats him. And that would put Ink Bottle on 9 again. I like that. Got ourselves a Swift Potion. We skip the cards. We can buy a random relic from the Pleading Vagrant. I think I will. Oh, we got a mango. 14 health. I like it. Thank you, Pleading Vagrant. Don't know why you were pleading. You had a mango. And we cannot rest, but we can smith. And I think we want to smith Twin Strike. There's really no point in smithing the bash anymore. And other than that, I probably want to smith a defend. Are we taking this elite? I think so. Not a great start. Well, actually, what we drew was great. This was not the elite that I wanted to see, though. We can deal a fair amount of damage. And defeating this one very quickly is quite important. Do we get to do that next turn? We do get to do that next turn. But again, is this a damage race? If it's a damage race, maybe I should play Strike. I don't know. If I don't play the Strike this turn, we're playing Strike next turn. Seems about the same. Damage race it is. Just hit me. All right, now strike there. Then the next one gets doubled, which will be bash. Bash there, and then we do have to defend. We really must defend. We did get the uppercut. Uppercut does 19 damage. Start there. And then I think this is the time for the Swift Potion. Swift Potion means that we get to take this one out. Well, we do get a draw with Singing Bowl. That draw is guaranteed to not be a defend. It's bash. So one defend does not save us. And the one defend is all that we got. Oh, we die again. All right. Well, we died again. I think that means that I will play another one, because I died in the middle both times. And I think the next one that we're going to do is back to the Defect. Yes, this is indeed a hard challenge. Having very few card rewards, well, no card rewards, just cards from other random effects, does make this a rather hard challenge. We're going back to the Defect. I am going to stay on Ascension level 5. But we have got to do better this time if we're making it through. Ooh. Let's see what our options are. So, in this one we have a very interesting option. We could do enemies in my next 3 combats have 1 health. And then potentially get an elite to have 1 health. Or we could choose a random card. I'm going to go to this shop. So I think we're going to do this one, Niao's Lament. Niao's Lament makes enemies in the first 3 combats have 1 health. And if you look at this path right here, there is a small possibility, small, mind you, there's a small possibility that both of these elites will have 1 health. Let's see if we can do it. We have to skip the cards, but we do get the gold. Reprogram. Reprogram is a very interesting start. Should we do that? If we could do reprogram and hologram, I'd be quite interested. But the fact that we could only buy one of those makes me less interested. On the other hand, rebound is a pretty good start. We saw that last time. The only other ones that I would point out are Trip, I guess. Trip Bullseye is not terrible. I guess what I want to do is definitely get Rebound and then consider Bullseye. Yep, we're taking Bullseye. Bullseye and Rebound. That's what we're building around this time. Alright, let's find a relic. So reach inside. 3 health, I will take that. Only 3 health. Wow, that was quite nice. We can no longer become weakened due to the ginger. We can get more gold. Getting more gold is nice. Taking some damage, but very nice. So is this going to be in a battle or not? It is a battle, which means only one of the elites will be 1 health. So this elite gets to be 1 health, but that elite is a normal elite battle. Very happy to see Gremlin Knob here. If we see Gremlin Knob here, that guarantees that the next elite is not Gremlin Knob. Ooh, and the old coin. Very nice. 300 gold. 300 gold is really nice because we're going to spend that on cards probably. Right here, maybe? All right. Do we want a claw? We could get claw hologram. I do like claw hologram. Rebound can rebound the hologram if you upgrade it. Impatience is also quite nice. I think we can build the deck here. I kind of want most of these things. I don't care very much about the relics, especially one that costs 300 gold. But what if we take Impatience and a card remove, and remove a strike? Let's start there. Take Impatience, remove a card. Oh, the toolbox is nice. The toolbox is nice, but it's pretty random. And I don't think I want to pay 147 for it. But the toolbox is nice, I agree. I think I want claw and hologram. And actually, we can still afford that toolbox. Huh. The other choice would be auto shields for me. I guess let's take the toolbox. Wasn't planning on it, but we have the money. All right. So the plan here is don't add any more attacks to the deck. Upgrade the attacks that we have, upgrade the skills that we have, and Impatience will draw cards, and if we upgrade it, it draws 3 cards. So Impatience just becomes an amazing draw engine, and then Claw becomes very powerful. So that's the plan. Let's see how well we can pull that off. First thing is probably upgrading Hologram, so we can play it more than once. Bird-faced urn. This is a pretty good one on the Defect. The one problem is that I have no powers. And I'm not very likely to get more, although the toolbox will give me powers sometimes. We'll see. These are a pretty interesting set. Panic button is not terrible. It's for the one time that you need it. Purify is not bad. I wish we could see our starting hand, though, to see how much I want to purify the starting hand. Let's do Purity. And we have the Impatience, which can already draw 2 cards. Purity. Let's see here. I could defeat... I could delete Strike, Dual Cast, and Defend. I really wanted to delete more strikes, though. Could just delete Strike and Dual Cast. I could play Hologram to get more... to get the Impatience back. Oh, let's do that. Hologram, get the Impatience back. We can't play it until we play the strike or we delete the strike. Oh, didn't think that entirely through. If we play the strike, we're waking it up this turn. Let's play the strike. We can delete that strike. So Purity, I'm deleting this strike, and I'm deleting this Dual Cast. Yeah. Alright. A weirder start than I would have liked, but here we are. Do Do I want to put the defend on top? Kind of no. We are going to play Zap. Zap, Claw. We're going to play the defend. The question is, do I play Rebound and then defend? I guess I do. Rebound, defend. So we can play Claw, we can play Hologram, play Claw again, and then defend, defend. We can rebound the Impatience. I like that. Rebound. Oh, darn. We can rebound the Impatience, but I neglected to notice that there was a strike in my hand. Alright, we're still going to rebound the Impatience. So, Bullseye. Or we could play 3 defends. I don't think 3 defends is very great. We can hologram the Impatience. Hologram Impatience. And then, is there any way to guarantee that we win next turn? Next turn, we can deal a lot of damage next turn. Defend as much as we can. And then win. Great. Nunchaku. Every time we play 10 attacks, gain an energy. That's quite nice with a Claw in our deck. Blessing of the Forge is nice, and we're skipping those cards. Do I want to fight another elite? It could be Gremlin Knob. Gremlin Knob would be pretty bad for us. We get 2 more events, though. Could we survive Gremlin Knob with this deck? This deck that plays a lot of skills. Maybe, but I'm not going to. We're going to go this way this time. A Hand of Greed. Hand of Greed is quite nice. We could even rebound the Hand of Greed. Let's do it. Rebound Hand of Greed. And then as long as we can deal 1 damage, which we can do with Bullseye, we play Hand of Greed and we get 20 gold. Nice. Liquid Memories, quite nice. Skip those cards. Alright, this is kind of the worst. We can play Hand of Greed again. You know? Let's keep playing Hand of Greed, apparently. I didn't know these could attack on the first turn. I thought the Acid Slimes always did the negative effect the first turn. So, Hand of Greed kills 1. Let's start there. Hand of Greed kills 1. Or this might be a good time for Blessing of the Forge. Blessing of the Forge. Dual cast might kill 1. We're still going to play Hand of Greed, but now the dual cast is free. And that means that a strike can defeat 1. Or a rebound. And we take 10, which is still a fair amount, honestly. If we play Claw Strike, we could draw the hologram. I don't want to draw the hologram, though. Let's see here. What's my plan? I think we do play Claw Strike, and then Impatience. Impatience is guaranteed to give us a hologram, a strike, or a bullseye, which means it can take out this one. So we're doing this and that. And then impatience. This is exactly what I wanted. No, it's not. It's almost what I wanted. Oh well. I want to defeat this one with a Hand of Greed. That's what I really want. If we wait, we might be able to get that with one with a Hand of Greed. Let's wait. I'm very patient. Hand of Greed is next turn. There we go, 25 more gold. That could be very significant for us in the future. Metamorphosis is kind of interesting in this type of deck. Master of Strategy is always good. The enemy is attacking me first turn though, so probably Master of Strategy. Claw. Defend, 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 because that's kind of what our deck does. Would be really nice to change out the cards a little bit. I could get back a defend. Let's play a rebound, hologram, and a defend. Not what I wanted. I want this enemy to stop attacking me every turn. Oh my gosh, this enemy is very dangerous. Still, we can get it below half this turn. Dual cast and strike. And then another strike. Bullseye and strike exactly kills this one. Seems good. And then claw, hologram claw. There we go. An essence of steel, that's welcome. Being attacked for 7. Probably the blind this time. We can blind this one. Or we could blind the louse. Actually, we could defeat the louse, can't we? Yeah, we can defeat the louse right now. So blind this one. And then win. Great. Surviving barely. I'm gonna get rid of this Snecko oil. And we are going to rest before this boss. I feel like we will be fine against this boss, though. Apotheosis. Apotheosis is an amazing first turn card. Let's take it. I want to upgrade a lot of the cards that we have in our deck. Hologram can get back an Impatience, for that matter. Let's get it back the Impatience with the hologram. Draw 3 cards. The Bullseye plus the Dual Cast is very nice. Do we want to rebound anything? Not really. So, Bullseye, and then Dual Cast. I could rebound the Dual Cast. That will do more damage. But it does put the Dual Cast on top, which is not exactly what I wanted. And I was kind of planning to use the Essence of Steel in this battle. This is a good turn to use it. And let's play the Dual Cast again, I guess. Don't get to play the Claw. We do get to play Zap, Impatience. We could hologram the Zap. I like hologram the Zap. That's a good line. And then defend and defend. Take no damage. Rebound is the only attack card in my hand. It'd be nice to rebound the Impatience. Rebound Impatience. The Bullseye. Lockdown means 50% more damage from orbs. So Bullseye plus the dual cast will change him over again. Let's do the strike first, though. Wonderful. This battle is going great, but a lot of that is due to getting... Let's see here, what am I trying to say? A lot of that is due to getting Apotheosis. Apotheosis is a great card. Let's hologram. We don't have a Zap in there. Could hologram Claw. Or we could hologram Defend. What's in our draw pile? I guess I want to hologram the Defend. Because what I want to do is strike Impatience. And play this Zap. Defend, defend. Could do a dual cast, but I think I don't want to. Actually, he's still got the lock on. Let's do dual cast. And then we can hit with the strike because of the plated armor. We've got Claw, Hologram, Bullseye, Claw, Hologram, Claw, Bullseye, Rebound. We win. Nice. That went quite well. Ooh. Don't think I like these cards. I think this is a time that you actually want to do Tiny House. I said I don't like these cards. I meant these relics. Black Star is good, but I don't think we can handle elites in Act 2 very well. The Slaver's Collar gives us energy, but what do we do with that energy? I guess we could play Impatience a bunch of times. The Impatience is a reason why Slaver's Collar might be the thing to do. On the other hand, getting another card reward, a potion, and upgrading might be better. It's weird, but we really need those cards. Let's get the Tiny House. Oh, and it upgraded Impatience. Wonderful. So what card do we get out of the Tiny House? Could be Darkness. Could be Go for the Eyes. Another zero-cost attack in a deck that has Impatience. It also applies Weak. The Darkness probably adds more overall strength to the deck, especially with Bullseye. I think I'll take the Darkness. And next. So we definitely need a shop. So this path on the left is definitely not what we're taking. Let's rule that out immediately, which means we're going here. And we'll decide once we get there. Secret Technique or Impatience. I do like Impatience. What I need right now in this deck is better block and less strikes. That's what we really need. I guess we can do defend, hologram defend. Pretty sad first turn. But then we get the darkness and a zap. Okay, this one is going to be bad. What do we do against this enemy? We could liquid memory the bullseye. Liquid memory bullseye might do a lot of damage. Especially if we put dual cast back on top with rebound. Just take this 12. Or block it with the block potion. Okay, I think I like this. So we're doing bullseye. We're playing bullseye. Then we play rebound. And then dual cast, which is doing 12 twice, that's 24. And then next turn we win. So we play block, block. Only take 2. And then we win with dual cast. Great. An Essence of Darkness, very nice. Gives us basically 3 Dark Orbs. We can obtain a relic. Let's take it. It's a strawberry, gave us 7 max health. And then we lose current health for more max health. Okay, fine. Don't like it, but fine. And we get a shop before the shop. It's not my favorite thing when that happens. But a shop before the shop. Apotheosis. We could have an Apotheosis in the deck. On the other hand, I said I needed a block card. There is Leap and Cold Snap and Stack. None of those are really what I want. But they do count as block cards. And I really want to remove strikes from this deck. This deck does not want those strikes. So remove a strike, and then consider. Leap gives upfront block. But it's only 9. Warpaint would upgrade 2 things. Upgrading 2 things is not bad. Do we want a Warpaint? I think I'm going to take the Leap. I think. No. You know what? Putting a Leap in is probably worse than just doing Warpaint. Let's do Warpaint. Dual cast and zap. Not what I expected. I expected a defend. Alright. And then now we don't want that shop. We basically want this shop. So let's go that way. And we are going through the elite, because we have potions. So Jack of all trades lets us roll this again and get a different colorless potion. Or a different colorless card. Magnetism's okay, but I don't know that we want to play it in the first turn. It might be fine. Secret Technique is okay, but only okay. It could put a darkness in our hand, though. Let's get the Secret Technique. So what I want is I want a darkness near the front. And to do that, we get darkness now, we play it, and then we play a zap. And then we could hologram the zap. Do we hologram zap? Yeah, why not? Hologram zap. And then do we bullseye? And if we bullseye, do we block potion? I think we do the bullseye. And we do not do the block potion. So I could dual cast. That would deal 18 damage twice. Seems pretty nice. Let's start with that. Dual cast 18 damage twice, and then we get to play the rest of these cards, knocking down his plated armor quite a lot, but we do take some damage. This might be a good time for the block potion. Even though it doesn't give as much block, it does prevent him from healing himself, which is what he's doing with this attack. Rebound and claw. I guess we claw, rebound, impatience. And then win. Great. Skip these cards, and we're going to this elite. That was the plan. Do I want a good instincts? I think a good instincts would be quite nice here. Panacea is not bad either. Let's take good instincts. Now, I want dark orbs. I want dark orbs a lot. Let's play bullseye and then put out these 3 dark orbs. And now we can good instincts, hologram the good instincts, and then block with a defend. We took 7. Unfortunately, we did not get what I wanted. I really wanted the dual cast this turn, because dual cast would have just taken out this slaver over here. We could play a zap. That would deal how much damage? 18 damage to this one. We can't quite defeat it, but we could defeat it next turn. Huh. Not the best options. Still, I think this is a good line. There's a small chance that we defeat this one this turn with the lightning orb. And if we do, this battle is much better than it looks. But it wasn't, so now we fear for our life. Yeah, we fear for our life here. Play the strike. Play the impatience. A dual cast right here would deal 18 damage twice. If we do a bullseye first, then it would do 27 damage twice. That would kill that one. So bullseye, dual cast. And then we defend. And do the best we can. Only 5 damage. 5 damage feels like a lot, though. Hologram wins, though, right? Hologram does a lot of damage. Yes, because we dual cast again. Hologram and strike. Great. Ooh, we get a gambling chip. Very nice. And we have to skip that card. Now, we are going to this campfire. We are resting, definitely. Need to rest. I do want another impatience in the deck. And what are we discarding? 2 strikes. Do we discard the bullseye? Yes. And then we can play claw and then impatience. We could hologram that claw. We could play a darkness. Yeah, let's darkness. Let's hologram the claw. And do we dual cast? Yes, we do. Great. Start of this battle went well. I want that zap. I would very happily rebound this hologram. So rebound the hologram. Or we could rebound the impatience. Ooh. Let's rebound impatience. Not when I wanted dual cast to show up. We'll get it the next time around. In the meantime, we're going to play Darkness, hologram the Claw. So if we bullseye strike, we can play Impatience. But then what? I mean, we get one more energy if we do that, though. So let's do that. If we play this strike, we get to Impatience again. I mean, the defends aren't doing much, so let's do that. And we basically get unlucky. There would have been some nice things to draw there, and we just didn't draw them. So defend as much as we can. Darkness does a lot of damage. The hologram could get back Impatience. I do like that. So how much was this? How much is this going to do? It's going to do 36 damage to this enemy. So if we do this, and then we hologram Impatience. Oh, no. The bullseye here. If we could dual cast this, it would be best. So I think what we want to do is hologram the Impatience. We're going to do a bullseye over here. Play the Impatience. We did not get dual cast, which is what we wanted the most. But we can use Zap and Darkness to kill this one. I guess we can still play Strike. If we play Strike, we guarantee draw dual cast. Right. So now we play Impatience and we dual cast. Win the battle. A little bit tricky there, but we got it. Ho-ho, a data disk. Very nice. Starting the combat with one focus. This enemy, the blind, is pretty nice. Yeah, I think we use blind. And then we don't want any of the defends in our hand. We're very happy with a hologram. And the Impatience. Blind. Strike. We're going to play the Claw, and then we rebound the hologram. Rebound the hologram. Get Claw back. I think so. Play Impatience. Play Zap. Rebounding the hologram didn't do anything. I did not entirely think that one through. We could play Defend, Defend, end turn. You know, maybe that's what we can do. Defend, Defend, end turn. Oh, actually, miscount. One of those defends costs 0. Claw somehow still costs 0. I like that. No reason not to play Impatience. Actually, if we play Impatience, we don't get to play both defends. That's a reason. Play it anyway. The blind is quite nice. Blind is better than a defend, just as good as a defend. this turn and good next turn. Trying to figure this battle out. This nunchaku. So the claw is still 0 cost. So we could play hologram claw. Hologram the claw. And then defend? I guess defend. Don't know when we are going to defeat the enemy, though. I'm worried about the fact that we're not defeating the enemy. We can actually play this in patience, because everything else costs 0. But that requires us to play a 3-cost claw. Seems better than nothing. Do we want to rebound anything? If we rebound the zap, and it costs 0... Actually, we can't play the impatience. The impatience costs 2. What am I thinking? So we can win next turn. I guess we set up a win for next turn. Because I believe that's the best we can do. Oh no, we win this turn. Just barely. Speed potion, and we skip the cards. Alright. Kind of barely making it here. Do I want the trip or the impatience here? Both of them seem valuable for different reasons. The impatience lets me draw more, the trip means that my attacks do more damage. But only the attacks that are in my starting hand or the second hand. I think the trip helps. We can also discard cards, right. I don't want the rebound. Do I want the rebound? I don't want the rebound. Do I want the defend? What would be better than a defend, though? I guess we do want the defend, so I'm just getting rid of the rebound. And if I'm just getting rid of the rebound, there's no reason to get rid of the rebound. Okay, well, there we go. Ended up in the same place. Who am I killing off first? Usually you go for the weakest one, the cultist, especially because the cultist will get out of hand if you don't kill it. Okay. That's plenty of reason. I'm going to rebound the hologram. So we're going to play Zap, we're going to play Claw, we're going to hologram the Claw, and we're going to forget to rebound the hologram. Whoops. I said it out loud, but I did not do it. I guess we'll rebound the Claw. It would have been better to rebound the hologram, though. Bullseye is quite nice. We're going to start with Claw. And then Dual Cast might just outright get a kill. But we could also do a strike first. See, what I want to do is strike Bullseye and then Dual Cast. And the problem with that line is that we might not kill the cultist this turn. Because the Dual Cast could miss twice. We could do Bullseye over here, and then Dual Cast, and the Dual Cast could miss twice. We might have to send both the Strike and the Dual Cast to this enemy. But if we do that, how are we winning? That's the real question. Because we need to somehow win this fight. I think we have to take the risk and take the 6 damage. Because the bullseye here is too valuable. Great. It worked out in our favor. We need to defeat the Chosen. We need to defeat the Chosen before the Chosen gets too strong. So play the Impatience. That will shuffle the draw pile. And then put a Dazed in. That's very important ordering there. And then I think we defend. Defend 3 times. We could use the Dexterity Potion. I think we defend 3 times. And I think I might use a Speed Potion in this one, right here. Because this seems bad. How much damage can we do with orbs, though? If we do a Bullseye Dark Zap. Bullseye Dark Zap doesn't get this dark out. Yeah, so we can't do that. We've got to do Speed Potion. Ooh, wait a minute. We could play the Zap twice. Okay, so here it is. We do Bullseye, Zap, Hologram, Zap. This one will hit for 30 damage. I think that wins. So, Bullseye, Zap, Hologram, the Zap, and then Darkness to defeat. Great. Another tricky battle, honestly. Let's get some cards in our deck. Do we want Defragment? I think we definitely want Steam Barrier. With the deck that we have, I think Steam Barrier is very important to us. And then do we remove a strike? Removing a strike makes the Impatience much better. But playing the Defragment might be very good too. Don't forget Bird-Faced Urn. That's true. The Bird-Faced Urn means that the Defragment is better. Good point. The Defragment would mean heal 2 and make my orbs better. You know what? That definitely puts it over the top for me. Good looking out. Now, we're definitely not going towards the Burning Elite. Let's just survive. I think we're just going to take the gold here. I do really like the Ritual Dagger, but I don't think we're going to get many kills with the Ritual Dagger in this one. We're near the end of the second act, and I'm going to avoid as many combats as possible in Act 3. So I think we're just smashing and grabbing. Take the gold. Hey, we get to upgrade a card. Great. Upgrade Defrag. Defrag is much better with an upgrade. The other upgrade that's really nice is Darkness, because triggering the passive ability of all the Dark Orbs really ratchets up the Dark Orbs. And then I feel like we need to rest again. Okay. Don't feel great. The bomb makes me feel better, though. Let's take it. Thank you, Toolbox. That was a very nice pick of yours. And then get rid of all the defense, and the strike for that matter. Let's get something better in the opening hand. A Defragment and a bomb. Yeah, Defragment bomb is not a bad start. Now then, do we use the focus potion in this battle? I think the answer is yes. So let's drink it now, so we do the max damage we can with it. Don't play dual cast, though. We do need a dark orb. Where do we want the dark orb? Do we want it in the center or at the left? I want it to gain a fair amount before we play it, so I'm going to put it in the left slot. And then Steam Barrier, of course. Claw and Strike. On one of them. The bomb is dealing 40 damage. I think that means I want Strike here and Claw here. And then these lightning orbs have a very good chance of bringing one of them down to below 40. Let's start with the zap. Okay, that one's effectively dead. That one is very likely dead. I don't remember which happens first. Lightning or the bomb. Kind of matters this time. So do I claw him? You know, claw is very inefficient at defeating that enemy, because it's going to take 40 damage this turn. So let's just claw the bronze automaton. And then a simple strike takes that one out. We drew very little block this turn, and I really do need to block. So I think we're going to use the speed potion. And I might even use the dexterity potion. Let's go all out here. I think we need to not die here. So hologram is going to get back a defend. And we're blocking for all of that. Next, you would give a rebound back. That's not important at all. I do want to dual cast this, so I guess let's start there. And figure out, no, let's just strike here. See, I want to put the bullseye on here, but I don't know if we're going to do enough bullseyes for the lock-on to matter. So let's just strike here and then dual cast. We really want this dark orb to get big and strong. Do I want another dark orb? Probably yes. Do I want a bomb? Probably also yes. I don't want two bombs, so let's use the impatience now. Okay, those are things that I am glad not to draw later. So let's play the bomb. Okay, this is the turn that we have to survive. You know, pretty hard to survive this turn, considering we did not draw any block cards at all. Can we win this turn instead? We can do 100 damage, no problem, but 100 damage is not enough. I think we die again. We start there. We play rebound, zap, claw, strike, and we die again. Okay. Trying to do this challenge at Ascension level 4 and 5 was apparently too high. I guess we're going to try at lower ones next time I do this challenge, but that won't be today, that won't be next time. We're going to do a different challenge next time. That deck did not have block, and it really didn't have block because we didn't have frost orbs, and we were depending on entirely defend and hologram, basically as our block. So we couldn't block things, which really made it so that bosses were bad. Yeah. Essentially, if you can't get card rewards, you're not going to do great. but I'll try that challenge again a different time. I'll probably lower the Ascension level a little bit. I did win on Ascension 0 with that challenge, so I want to do something higher than 0, but apparently 5 and 4 was a little bit too much. Anyway, that's it for today. One of the few times I've run one of these challenge run streams and not won at least one of the runs. So that's new. We're getting to the point that my Ascension levels are high enough that the challenge runs are really difficult. Yeah, other than that, I think this would be the end of this stream. I hope to see any of you next time.